Portland Fire. They are 4th in the WNBA in attendance per game. And Meg DeLeo are underway. Oh, what a move, the jab and go, but Olivia Miles gets there in a hurry for the block shot.
How about that too? Howard and Olivia Miles there for the help.
Good ball move, and Harrison has a step, and she finishes against Courtney Williams.
No drop off whatsoever. That is the confidence that Harrison has to come into this matchup. You saw the double in the corner. That ball whipped around so quick. Excellent, excellent decision from the guard.
Jordan Harrison had 8 points, a career high against Toronto in the win, and then she followed it up with 13 points, a new career high in the win against Seattle. It's Portland on the board. McBride, quick three, oh no! She had 10 in the last game, and she is playing with all kinds of confidence.
You cannot leave her whatsoever. You should know what her breath smells like. Like, that's how close you should be in on her face.
Inksler tried to match the three. Courtney Williams gets to her spot, the mid-range, usually automatic. That one, no good. Thought about the three, Miles will take it. And that missed everything but the bottom of the bucket, but Natasha Howard there on cleanup duty.
And getting on the glass, it's also going to be something that the Fire have got to do, especially on the defensive end.
Harrison out of West Virginia. Extremely quick. Skip pass, Potch ready, hit 4 threes against Seattle, and she bangs in her first one here tonight. Woo! Ooh. Nobody called screen. Potch got drilled. And a good rebound in traffic by Inksler. Gets poked away and now gets it back. Harrison, good penetration into the lane. Potch can't hit back-to-back threes.
But still an excellent look. We were seeing a lot from the rookies so far, and I love the way that they're playing out of the heavy help from Minnesota.
Rafisa Collier had deep position, did her work early.
They've got to get back, got to sprint back and not put Harrison in that position to be in a mismatch.
Harrison flips it, DeLeo ready, had all kinds of rotation, but won't go. Williams, beautiful feed, high to low on the diagonal for the bucket.
But that's so tough, and there was no help side there because Fee, who can shoot the three, was in the corner.
Minnesota does such a good job of spacing. They're the #2 scoring team in the WNBA. Harrison got into the body of Miles to draw the personal foul.
This on this end right now, the Fire have got to continue to move the ball.
Taken away, McBride with the deflection, and she's trying to go coast to coast, and she will draw the foul against Harrison. Harrison tapping her chest. She's so good with those quick hands of getting back. Thought there might have been a chance for her against McBride to poke it away, but she... Kayla McBride, the 5'11" sharpshooter in her 13th year out of Notre Dame, was unstoppable. 10 made threes against Dallas. She had a game earlier this year with 37 against Phoenix. But the way that she's playing in her 13th season in the league, incredible.
Absolutely incredible. That's just the work that you put in. And you also got to credit, I mean, this is a team that has pieces everywhere, so it frees you up that much more, especially for McBride from outside. Olivia Miles with the 13 assists.
That ball on the bounce gets disrupted. Miles, what a pass, but Howard cannot handle it. Inksler, head up, leading the break. Harrison gets the step up and flips it up. The little teardrop floats right in the bucket.
I thought there was a bit of contact on that one. That should have been and one. A great take from Harrison.
Miles trying to zip it to Howard, and the good. And combining that with some real confidence. Lisa Collier fadeaway is pure. You don't know how you stop that. Incredible move by Collier.
It's hard. She just makes this team that much better.
Potch got into the lane.
Job guarding the lethal pick and roll that the Fire love to run. But again, that's where that ball movement comes into play because those threes are open.
Taya Oblak with a beautiful spin away from the defense and then delivers a dime to Sarah Williams.
I'm telling you, just finding the seams, finding the gaps. They are there, especially with the way that they are closing in.
Nafisa beat Booner with a spin and then gets fouled in the act. The French phenom. It's the collective effort, but they earn the win. Booner getting bothered by Coffee, and it's a takeaway for the Lynx. Williams, the mid-range rattled out.
You cannot be soft with the ball when you have Mia Coffee guarding you.
Leader from the high post area for Oblak. So she's came on and playing with good energy.
Now you talk about get ready group. Taya Oblak another one, and this is her first game back into the fold.
4 rookies on the floor right now, along with Bridget Carlton. Inside dish off the bounce to Collier with her left hand fading away.
She scores from inside, she scores from outside, the mid-range, the three, all the things. Lisa Collier, it's very hard matchup.
Oh, great cut. Williams, and the ball delivered just in time by Oblak.
Fire doing a great job problem solving on the offensive end. Any type of defense the Lynx has thrown at them, they have moved the ball.
Foul away from the ball will be whistled. Presents, you just have to have the counter, and they do.
The right timing. It's all about waiting for the defense to help to just take one step forward, and that's when that when that pass, that short bit of pocket time is open.
Williams takes off, but gets it taken away by Coffee.
Coffee just already posing her presence defensively.
And now the lefty drives baseline. Can't finish, and a good board in traffic by Williams.
It's great defense from Sarah Williams to recover that.
Skip pass, Carlton looking for her first attempt. Too strong, but Booner comes away with the O-board. Bridget Carlton was a big part of Minnesota Lynx. And now with the shot clock waning and her shot too strong. Carlton played in the WNBA Finals 2 years ago with the Lynx. Collier just powering her way and draws the foul.
So this was after a turnover. You said before, she has a tendency sometimes to get in foul trouble. Alex Sarama said a lot of it is just not being aware and doing her work early. So that was a great job.
Lisa Collier has played just 7 games this season after dealing with that significant ankle injury and surgery. But she has not missed a beat since coming back in those 7 games, 19 points per game.
And people were waiting. They said this team's already dangerous, but when Fee comes back, it's just gonna be a different story. And she has come back as if she had never even been gone.
Quick 3 from Samuelson. Collier eyes up. Gets it to Coffee, and this time the lefty puts it off the window.
That's how great they are, the Lynx are, in transition. Biggest thing for the Fire, even if shots are not dropping, you've got to go back, you've got to continue to get stops.
Holly Winterburn. Too strong, and Taya Oblak had the board, but the shot won't drop. Olivia Miles met with a couple of defenders, and she tosses it across the key, and Collier is there and waiting in Minnesota with their largest lead of the game. It is now double figures.
There's got to be communication. I think Frida could have even dropped and helped there because Mia Coffey, who was her woman, was kind of more so in the slot at the top.
Nice job by Winterburn reading the defense and getting to the rim.
Look how aggressive the Fire is really on attacking the lanes. It's really start off with Jordan Harrison getting there early.
Miles inside the paint, sprays it out. Maya Caldwell ready, and she knocks it in. Portland getting some good shots, just not dropping. Booner, and she gets one to go. The Portland Fire needed that 3-ball.
Needed it indeed, but that's what I like about Booner. Shots are not dropping, but you have to have zero hesitation. That's what Alex wants from the perimeter. Those shots will go in. They're getting great looks.
Now the Portland Fire have limited Olivia Miles. She does not have a bucket, and now Winterburn gets the strip. She's off to the races, and she finishes. I mean, what a high-level play for the rookie. Now Miles will push the pace. Miles still looking for her first bucket. Winterburn called for the illegal screen, and I think that was an embellishment.
I thought it was indeed an embellishment. But
so the turnover on the offensive foul gives it back to Minnesota. Coffey had a good look. O-board. Couple of shots for Coffey. She's been very aggressive offensively, but neither would go. And Portland has to feel pretty good about it. Minnesota has played at a high level. And Portland has a chance to cut this to either 4 or 3 with a hoop. Harrison impeded by Caldwell. And she is shaken up on the play. Already down Carla late for Jordan Harrison. She is a tough one. The West Virginia point guard pops up.
It's a good look for the Fire too, because she's needed out there on the floor.
The Portland Fire. This possession, she plays off the ball.
McBride only with 1 3, doing a great job sticking to her.
Caldwell slices to the rim, no good. Inksler grabs the miss. Such a luxury to have a player as tough as Inksler grab a board in traffic and then push it herself. Led to the collision. Baglio had it and draws the contact against Antonio Dallaire.
I also want to give Emily Inksler credit too with her defensive assignment. She's guarding Fee, may possibly guard Natasha. No, she'll be guarding Dorka. But even with Fee, Emily's not usually in a position where she's having to guard a player, where she's having to navigate through on and off ball screens.
Pass all the way across the lane, and it is an opening for Emily Inksler.
Tough hook shot.
Mid-range game, tough shot, and it doesn't go for Miles, who's now 0 for 4.
Wait, Elise, is that the college matchup that we have been talking about for the past few matchups? Olivia Miles and Jordan Harrison?
The back door was open, but the bunny rolls off the rim for Samuelson.
Wait, this matchup, y'all, is lethal between Jordan Harrison and Olivia Miles. She locked her up in that championship game back when she was on West Virginia. Olivia Miles is on TCU, and that's why Jordan Harrison got the Defensive Player of the Year and the MVP for that tournament when they upset TCU.
It was one of the best moments of the postseason for those two rookies, but the postseason last year as Harrison very emotional after getting that win. Carlton looking for the roll. No. Coco Juhas grabs the miss. And now the speed bursting into the lane, but good defense by Inksler, just walling up. Carlton, short. On the pull-up in transition. Howard dumps it off to Juhas. That was a nice possession for Minnesota.
Minnesota's doing a great job exposing that because there's no one in the corner. They're in the slot, so it's confusing the help side. That should have been Carly, but she's not sure if there's someone. She doesn't think she has anyone low behind her.
10 assists for Minnesota on 11 made field goals. They are sharing the basketball. Harrison sharing it to DeLeo. A rare miss in the paint for Meg, but she grabs her own rebound and is fouled.
That is the credit to the Fire defense.
And DeLeo's first free throw rolls out. It's also the first free throw of the game for Portland. Points for purpose for UNCF with Alaska Airlines. For every free throw the Fire make at home, Alaska Airlines will donate 2,500 Atmos Rewards points to UNCF, supporting equal access to college education and so much more. Thank you to Alaska Airlines.
Courtney Williams, the least, also has 0 points. A lot of great things happening in terms of knowing the personnel, the second key of the game.
Natasha Howard lost control of the basketball, but they say it was due to the body of Meg Gustafson, who picks up the personal. Nobody for the Fire with more than one personal. Excuse me, DeLeo. Oh, the spin, pretty move from Dallaire. Oh, that is squeezing it through the window. And DeLeo putting her hands to her face. She is as automatic as it gets. Top 10 in the league in field goal percentage shooting in the lane. And she's a little frustrated. I think Meg thinks she's going to make every single shot in the paint, and usually she does.
Exactly, and that's why she was frustrated. But again, that was a textbook pick and roll set there. But she's got to put that in.
Zipping it across court. That is a high-level pass. Miles to Williams for her first points. Booner trying to hit Potch. The two rookies can't quite connect, and it's a turnover.
I also think you have to recognize the help in the open woman in the corner, Courtney Williams.
Well, that is a fastball delivered. She could probably be a quarterback or a starting pitcher if she chose to play a different sport. Pretty darn good at basketball, though, but she still has not been able to find a bucket. Howard had the rebound, but it is Oblak on the move. Dumps it to Potch, and a late whistle. As Potch hit the Chaz. So Nadio Potch splits a pair.
But right now, Bridget has 0, and the Lynx are doing a great job. They're throwing doubles at her. They're sticking to her, forcing up tough shots because she's missed a couple. So for the Fire, that's where you move the ball around. That means someone else is open.
McBride had a look, but had to shoot it in a hurry. She's 1 of 2 from deep today. A 5-time All-Star, not named an All-Star this year. And she's averaging a career high 18 points per game. Miles, pump fake, and now she gets in for her first bucket of the game, and she'll get a free throw added on top.
That was excellent execution. The Fire, I know they have that play, and they watch them.
So Miles started 0 for 5, does have 5 assists. And Now 3 points to go along with the 5 helpers. Winterburn on the curl. Now O'Block takes off and it gets knocked loose. McBride ahead, Howard running the floor. She is just so fast. It is so hard to keep up with Natasha Howard. She can just streak down the floor.
You got multiple different players running, but yes, 9 times out of 10, it's Natasha Howard. Then you have players fanning out for the 3, McBride. Again, this is why they're so dangerous in transition.
Natasha Howard, the 3-time WNBA champ. She had one with Minnesota all the way back in 2017 and then added a couple more with the Seattle Storm. Don't miss the Fire versus the Mystics at the Moda Center. Visit theportlandfire.com to get your tickets today. That is theportlandfire.com. The Mystics absolutely red hot. A team full of youngsters.
Just got Benijah Laney.
Adding in that veteran. Winterburn gets denied. Met up top by McBride. And then the bounce pass on the move. Howard does not finish, but she is fouled.
So Cheryl Reeve
racing down the floor. She is 6'2". But she is as fast baseline to baseline as any player.
But that's why for the Fire, the shot selection, which I think has been great so far, the shot selection and taking care of the basketball is so important on the offensive end, because that will be some of your best defense, not allowing the Lynx to get out in transition.
The numbers for Howard: 15 points per game, shooting at 58%, and then doing the dirty work, almost 2 steals a game, 7.5 rebounds a game. Misses the free throw, though, and it is a 14-2 Minnesota run. Lynxler has a window. The stop and the rebound for the Lynx. Miles, Statue of Liberty, lost control of it, gets fouled. Could have had a 3-point opportunity, but she'll get a couple of free throws instead.
Just with the way that she has performed.
Olivia Miles is putting up crazy numbers. 20 points per game. She's top 5 all-time in rookies if she were to finish with 20 points per game. Also 6 assists per game. That's top 10 if she finishes the season, top 10 all-time. There's only 2 other players in the history of the WNBA in 30 seasons that are top 10. It's Paige Beckers and Caitlin Clark. So she is in some rarefied air.
Also, not even just like talking rookie accolades, she's in the conversation for MVP. Her performance and leading on the best team right now in the league, and especially if they get the chip. It's hard to do at a young age like that. That transition, her transition from college into the pros, has been outstanding.
It's interesting for Olivia Miles because it may be a benefit for her that Nafisa Collier was not there for the first half of the season, and she was forced to be a leader. And as a point guard, that's what you need to do. You can rep the Fire. Shop new gear right now at PortlandFireTeamShop.com. All kinds of great new pieces. Love the white t-shirt with the Fire and the rose. And they replenished the sizes and new items, so make sure you check it out. Miles with a no look. Cross court, Howard. It stood up. Collier using the footwork. Oh my goodness. That is unstoppable. That was a really good defensive possession.
But she gets that fadeaway shot. She can get to it.
Leo fakes the 3, works inside, and another shot block for the Lynx defense. And now Williams out and running. The block shot and then the run out. They just are a blur in the open court. Aitken wanted to get to the cup. Instead, it is a turnover forced by the Lynx.
Got to recognize the defense from Minnesota. We've talked so much about their offensive prowess, but on the defensive end, they get to it as well. Two-way team at that.
Cheryl Reeve had some choice words for her defense at the Sylvia Fowles ceremony a couple of weeks ago when Portland was in town. And it has lit a fire, to say the least. And speaking of fire, Olivia Miles bringing the heat. She's up to 8 points now. Harrison trying to get it to Carlton. Disrupted by the Lynx defense. They've really, Minnesota is reading what Portland is trying to do, and they're really aggressive.
Yeah, just a great adjustment now into the second quarter. I thought they adjusted early and did a really good job specifically stopping the pick and roll with Meg, but the Fire doing a great job moving the ball around, and now you're seeing, again, the Lynx adjusting to that.
Meg DeLeo, 1 of 5 from the floor today, 4 points. She's averaging a career high 12.9. And the field goals in the second quarter, Portland has gone cold, 1 of 9, while Minnesota has made 7 field goals. And they have extended their lead. Williams working the screen, gets open for the long jumper.
Yeah, it's a great double screen read from Nia Coffey to free up Williams.
Samuelson, deep 3, and it is good.
Much needed. Great things can happen when you get that 3 ball up to bring you back into a game, and the Fire have gone cold, but this could be the start to catch some heat.
McBride gets rid of it in a hurry, and that is Bottoms.
But you don't want to trade shot for shot. Got to get back on defense.
Harrison again trying to hit DeLeo, and the defense getting a piece of it.
But that's what the defense's main focus is on. I think if you have the timing where that pocket pass is there, yes, make it. But if you know it's not there, you know that help is coming, got to make the read.
So Portland will try to find a way to get some good open looks. Here's one, Inkster pump fakes. Now works it, Samuelson just hit one a second ago. And that 3 rebounded by the Lynx. McBride again, quick 3. I mean, lightning fast she got that off. Coming off a career high 43 points and a WNBA record 10 made threes for McBride. Harrison left open from deep off the bounce. But it will not go, and Minnesota with another rebound. They're owning the glass. I was going to say, that one was down in the cup, but popped loose. Portland needed a break, and they got it. Dominoes, Inkster from the corner. She was open, and it rattles out. Portland just unable to find the range today. 4 of 16 from long range. Miles blocked by Inkster, and again comes up short. Emily Inkster rolling up again to take away a layup. And on the roll, puts it home. Defense to offense. Emily Inkster making a difference.
I need Emily Inkster to have that 0 hesitation from 3. I thought she passed up 2, not 1, but 2 3-point baskets, and she can shoot that thing. So I need her to shoot it with confidence, 0 hesitation, where she makes the team better.
And they're shooting at a 34% clip from long range. Williams, rebounded by Carlton at the to Howard for 2.
So many options for the Lynx on the offensive end. That's why they're so tough.
If you are just joining us, Carla Late unable to play today as they rest her due to injury. Played just 4 minutes in the win against the Seattle Storm. Jordan Harrison, the rookie, getting the start, and she gets the first Portland bucket of the second half.
And I saw Emily Inkster and Jordan Harrison talking as they were coming out. I wonder if that was something they sort of talked to in terms of making certain reads on the offensive end. Nadia
Koch did a nice job defensively as Fee goes up and through the contact of Emily Inksler. Chance at a three-point play.
So as well, and that was your last five look.
Nafisa Collier up to 17 points, 5 rebounds, a couple assists. She is leading all scorers. Nobody in double figures for Portland. They've had a hard time scoring against this Lynx defense that has been disruptive. Bridget Carlton trying to feed it to DeLeo, and again it is poked away. And it looked like it was last touched by DeLeo, but the officials saying it's, yep, all right, now they make the correct call. It was last touched. And again, the Lynx defense getting their hands in those passing lanes.
Hands in the passing lanes, and a great job of pretty much taking Bridget Carlton completely out of the play.
Getting up in the air with nowhere to go. Miles gets lucky as Courtney Williams tracks that ball down. Oh, what a pass. Williams in stride finds Howard.
I mean, you're just seeing different looks, different players scoring, whether it's outside, inside, give and go, pick and roll.
Carlton too strong on the three. So trigger again, no good. Fight for the rebound, and Jordan Harrison has it. Flips it to DeLeo, who goes off glass.
Great job for Meg DeLeo, but even for Bridget Carlton, she got 2 shots up. I don't remember the last time I've really seen her get a lot of looks, and you credit the Lynx defense for that.
Everybody that has played for Portland has scored, but nobody has more than 6 points. Harrison was 6. Miles putting on a ball handling clinic and then flips it inside. Howard does not get it off before the shot clock buzzer. Meg DeLeo getting big.
Minnesota. That's what we talk about when she says she does not miss. That is her character.
Inksler keeps that pivot foot down, tries to flip it up, doesn't drop, but DeLeo there, and she puts it home.
Not mad at all. Meg DeLeo's going to have to go to work inside the paint.
She's got 8 points, 5 rebounds, and another miss forced by the Portland defense. Carlton met by Howard, the 2019 WNBA Defensive Player of the Year. And she gets inside and scores over the top of Howard.
This is exactly what I talked about when I said the ball has got to get to Bridget Carlton's hands, whether it's from 3 or her just making a play for herself, as you saw there on the layup.
Collier inside, and they say she shuffled the feet. So the 6-0 run by Portland is followed by a defensive stop.
Great stop from Emily Inksler to make Collier shuffle her feet now on this block.
Frida Buna onto the floor now, ball in her hands, gives away to Oblak. And now she cuts into the lane and she scores an 8-0 run by the Portland Fire. So they slice into the halftime lead. Largest. So the Portland Fire outscoring Minnesota here in the third quarter, 10-7 to slice into the lead.
It's excellent defense right now. You see the help and really closing in.
Coffey looking to stop the 8-0 Portland run, but her shot off the front rim. Oh, a good time right into the hands of the streaking Sarah Williams, saying, I can run the floor too. Potch has had the matchup today with Miles and now gets the switch. Carlton reaches up and rejects it. Booner out wide. Potch, no, thought that one was dropping.
But the defense to offensive execution has been great thus far, even with the missed shot.
Potch able to tiptoe, no, just stepping on the sideline. Boy, is she cat quick. 6'3", and she almost came up with a big
offensive executions, how the Portland Fire can get back into this one.
Bridget Carlton is just the epitome of consistency. She's in the right place at the right time. She's so smart, takes care of the basketball. A beautiful block. Nafisa could not connect. A 10-0 run and a stop for the Fire. And here they come here in the third quarter. BC fading away, and she cans the jumper.
What I like that we're seeing a lot from Bridget now in this one, Lynx doing a great job sticking to her off the ball. Now with the ball in her hand, she's creating, doing a lot more work for herself.
Coffee gets met, and the ball is deflected out of bounds.
Sometimes you just got to have the ball in your hand.
And that's a shot she does not take last year. And now she's taking and making. McBride, quick shot, and it rolls out of the reach of Natasha Howard. So a chance for the Fire to add on. A 12-0 run by the Portland Fire. Cheryl Reeve already took a timeout, and it did not stop the bleeding. The Lynx have not scored in over 4 minutes. Taya Oblak calls her own number. Didn't have enough on it. Shot clock at 10.
Excellent defense thus far.
Fire pushing up the pressure. Caldwell with a left-handed attempt on the run. And now Williams over the top, just out of her fingertips. They say last touched by Minnesota. Well, that pass was almost length of the floor. So not out of bounds, but a foul called on the play. They've yet to put it in the book. It goes against Natasha Howard. Here's Oblak. Gets her own miss. Kicks it to Winterburn. And then inside. Oh, boy, that pass somehow found a way through a lot of hands, but Oblak can't get it to drop. Collier loses control of it, and Samuelson saves it from going out of bounds. The Fire defense has stepped up big time in the third. Now Booner all the way to the cup. This Portland Fire team looks entirely different on the defensive end than the one we saw in the first half.
You're seeing the intensity, you're seeing the communication, forcing up tough shots.
McBride too strong. Winterburn the weak side board. And with their defense picking up the pace, their offense has been able to get out and get some easier looks in transition.
Sarah Williams running the floor every single time does so much for the Fire offense, even if she doesn't get the ball.
That time her pass is deflected. Howard, how did she sneak that one in? Flipped it underneath the rim and it went. So that stops the 14-0 run by the Fire. They are now in a more manageable situation. Oblak will head to the line to shoot a pair.
But prior to that basket, that 14 have to continue to do stop, score, stop, score.
It has been a total team effort by Portland on the offensive end. Everybody contributing. A good hand just stripping it away from Natasha Howard. She got it away from Harrison. Myers puts the ball out in front and then scores over the top of the defense. Deflects it out of bounds. I don't have the deflection total. All I know is that Minnesota has been able to disrupt and has just when you are able to disrupt, it just throws the offense out of rhythm.
You can really tell the standard is high for Cheryl Lee because every single player on that roster gets things done, defense and offense, but prioritizes the defense. They go out there, they work hard.
Carlton, fadeaway three, no.
It's a great job for Jordan Harrison stopping Olivia Miles from getting that breakout in transition.
Carlton has been an absolute heater from the three-point line, but has yet to hit one tonight. Miles misses everything, left it short. But she was way behind the line.
But that's sort of a panic three when you can't get anything going offensively and you chuck one up, so you credit the Fire defense.
Harrison weaves her way. Now Samuelson will work on Caldwell. Fadeaway gets hit and earns a couple of free throws. So the Portland Fire average 10 made threes per game. They are one of the top 3 teams in the WNBA in three-point makes per game. They shoot it at 35% today, well off those numbers. 4 of 20 from deep.
And we've seen games like that for the Fire where they just missed, because at the end of the day, they got up 20, just only put in 4, and we talked about a lot of those being good looks.
You can stream Portland Fire games exclusively on Portland Fire Plus. Visit live.theportlandfire.com to subscribe today. Samuelson puts in a pair. So the Fire have left some points at the foul line. They are 5 of 10 on the night. The shot clock. Miles is going to have to go to work. She kicks it, and the free ball is short.
Another great defensive possession from the Fire where they're forcing the Lynx late into the shot clock and getting a shot that ideally they do not want.
At the buzzer, no. But a 3% from deep, and she's had 7 made threes in one game 3 times. Good screen by Carlton. DeLeo had a look, but again, Portland just cannot find the range today. Even looks that usually drop aren't going tonight. So working into the lane, Eliška Joklova. She will head to the line after being fouled in the act by Samuelson.
And to your point, we've seen games where the Fire are not able to knock down shots. I mean, I think the biggest one that jumps to mind was the Valkyrie game there in San Francisco. But I think that's why the defense is that much more important. If you can't knock down those threes, you've got to get back and get stops.
Joklova could not make either free throw. Winslow, too strong.
Good man, good man.
Oh, right through the defense and then the ball movement. Minnesota.
Look at the spacing.
And the ball movement, but Howard met, and her shot well off. Carlton gets bumped. Joklova will be called for the personal.
This is where I think the Fire can do a better job. They've got to find ways to get Bridget the ball. Even if it's a situation where Bridget has to go one-on-one, get a foul drawn as you've seen there, or just get a shot off, they've got to put the ball in her hands.
Well, no Carla Late, who was the leading scorer and leading assist maker for the Portland Fire. Almost 16 points per game, almost 6 assists per game, and so everybody else is trying to step up to make up for the absence of their leader. So far, nobody in double figures today, and Carla Lade
Probably fought to try to get in on this game, but it probably is what's best for her. I know Alex knows he's a very smart coach.
Carlton right over the top with a soft touch.
Has to be done. Ball's got to be in Bridget's hands and let her go to work.
So the lead trimmed to 15. Still 8.5 minutes left in this one. So time. And Portland's defense is going to need to clamp down. That three ball off the mark from Dallaire. And a rebound for the Fire. Oblak kicks it. DeLeo gets her own rebound and then flips it over the top. On the run, DeLeo. And another shot off. And Portland has it. Carlton leading a 3-on-2. And they call the foul. Smart decision by Carlton. She just kept on trucking. Against Olivia Miles, that is her 4th personal. Bruner. Off the back rim. Williams, the rookie, has it. Oblak left open. And Portland, look at here. A 10-point lead. Portland. And watch out, the Portland Fire have been a 4th quarter team all season long, and it has started 7-0 to the Fire. Bridget Carlton nearly had a steal. Boy.
And not to mention that defensive intensity has picked up as well.
Carlton was a flash into the lane.
This win, you've got to be intentional. You've got to play with that intensity on the defensive end.
7:03 to go. And down by just 10. Minnesota had a lead of 29 points, and Portland had a choice, and they have chosen to fight back, and they get the miss and the rebound. The Fire are coming.
Great rebound from Sarah Williams flying in there.
Oblak patient. Bruner, teardrop, yes, it is a single-digit lead. And then a deflection. Minnesota is on their heels right now. Cheryl Reeve shouting instructions to her squad. They are getting challenged. And a turnover forced. 6.5 minutes to go, and Portland has all the momentum in the world right now. McBride winds up on the deck, and the foul will be whistled against the Fire. Sarah Williams picks up her 4th. Looked like Sarah Williams was just trying to pivot on a roll after the screen. That's the 2nd foul that Kayla McBride has been able to draw, let's say, in a veteran fashion. And she gets bumped by McBride. And that is a take foul. They cashes in the take foul, and Portland will get the ball back. A technical foul has also been whistled. And Carlton knocks in the free throw. She's an 88% shooter. And they just have technical foul Minnesota. So not sure if that was on Coach Reeve or on a player, but it doesn't matter. It's a 2-possession game. Portland has the ball. Oblak has the bucket. It has been all fire here in the 4th quarter, and we've got a game. Miles, no!
momentum swing right now for the Fire. Can they get another score?
So the technical foul was against Cheryl Reeve. Potch from the corner. No, it's short. A 4-point lead for Minnesota. McBride throws it up there and gets it to drop. Carlton running the floor out ahead of everybody. Williams just dribbles into the mid-range and cans it.
It's tough. That's her shot. Tough defense, but great offense from Williams.
You invite that shot by just about everybody in the league. Carlton with the answer! The first three of the game for Bridget Carlton, and she ties her single-season career high. And it's a three-point game. Booner winds up on the deck. Collier's all alone, and she gets that lead back to 5.
Alex Arama very upset. He believed that was a foul.
Carlton with 9 points in the fourth quarter. Booner gets blocked by Collier. Williams. Oh, black feet, set, pitch and shoot, and it's good. It is a 2-point lead for Minnesota.
Got to be a stop here. This is such an important defensive possession.
Minnesota led by 29 points, and it is a 2-point game. McBride all the way to the rim. And a quick timeout. Portland is
outstanding in this fourth.
Oblak is up to double figures. She's got 10. Carlton 9 points in the fourth quarter. And make it 11. Bridget Carlton is taking over this basketball game against her former squad.
Has got to do it.
Collier. And they say there was a foul.
Single time.
Asia, I think that everybody heard you say get the ball to Bridget and go to work and go to work, and she has. She has been electric here in the fourth quarter. She is up to 16 points. She has tied her single season career high with 91 made threes, and Collier misses the second free throw. It is still a one-possession game with 3 minutes to go. DeLeo, catch, shoot, doesn't go, but Carlton, who else there? And she gets it back. Oh, this place would have absolutely erupted. Everybody with a collective groan. They thought that was good. Pretty good defense by the Portland Fire, but the late collision sends Miles to the deck. And she is slow to get up. Nadia Potch has done a fantastic job limiting Olivia Miles today. 3 of 13 shooting. She's got 10 points. She averages 20.
I mean, to your point, to have that assignment of someone with the usage rate of Olivia Miles, someone who always has the ball in her hands, and this is a player in Potch who's guarding out of position. I mean, you really can't say that because she can guard any position, but you really have to give her all the credit there.
Miles, an 87% free throw shooter this season. Hits the first. This Portland Fire team making a comeback. The Portland Fire Rebel jerseys are here. PortlandFireTeamShop.com is where you need to go to grab your jerseys. Oblak flips it over the key and hits it to DeLeo. And it is back to a 2-point game. Oblak has played really smart basketball since coming on here in the fourth quarter.
Excellent defense, keeping Fee from getting into the paint.
Collier, no! The board tracked down by Oblak, a chance to tie. Ixler running and is fouled. Heading to the line to tie it up. This has been a remarkable comeback by the Portland Fire.
Started with that deep.
Has been incredible. And Ixler nails the first.
This is on a different level. At least remind me, how much were we down at the most? You say it was 29?
29 points. Splits the pair. It is a 1-point lead. The crowd on their feet chanting defense. McBride gets all the way to the rim. DeLeo spins away and it won't drop. Hung up on that rim and softly fell off. Foul on the floor.
This has got to be a stop here.
Collier gets it in traffic, and it is Ixler that takes it. Down by 3. We'll take a bucket or a triple. Either one works. And McBride on the help defense comes and takes it away. Miles fakes the pass, cannot finish, but a whistle against Ixler. They say that she got Miles trying to block that shot, hit her in the head. And Alex Saramo wants to use a timeout, and he'll go ahead and challenge the call. 26.5 seconds to game.
Both teams in the bonus.
Third quarter with a massive comeback. Oblak into the paint, flips it up. Oh, it would have been big if she could have gotten that bucket to go. She will head to the foul line.
I believe the look there was for Bridget Carlton. She was inbounding the ball and stepping to the corner. I think she even had a flare screen, but the bobble at the bottom messed up the pass, but you credit Tay Oblak staying with it and drawing the foul.
Oblak hits the first. A 75% free throw shooter this season. And the second one rattles out. Collier grabs the rebound and will reset it. Collier with 20 points and 8 rebounds. Natasha Howard with a double-double, 14 points and 12 rebounds. This Minnesota team, you can say an off shooting night for Olivia Miles. She was 3 for 13, but there's all-stars all over the floor for Minnesota.
The Fire are going to have to foul here at some point.
Bridget Carlton reaches out to commit the personal. There's two ways you can look at this game. One, you're taking a loss. You trail by as many as 29, but my goodness, what a valiant comeback. They have done this over and over and over this season, where the fourth quarter There is not a game that they haven't proven that they don't have the ability to make a significant run.
A significant run at that. You're playing against the top team in the league. You're down 29. Odds are completely against you.
And right at the buzzer, Inksler hits